And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back here with Yeshivas Geulas show. We got the excuse of having David with us.
What's up, David?
And it's raining. And we Shteigin da. So
we're Shteigin. Let's go.
Look, I got some weed in the insides of the gemara. That's how I snuck weed into Singapore, which was crazy. All right, Rabosai. This is the first year of the week. Shteigin da per usual. We are on Yud Tes Amud Aleph. The last wait a tick. Are we on Yud Tes Amud Aleph? Yeah. We is the Maisa de Bruria, which is very mudna. Okay, and now, right, we saw Al Tiu Ka'avadim Misham Shines Harav Al Benas Tekavo Pras Ein Adam Lomed Torah El Makom Shlibo Chafetz. And then we saw also last time we learned Kol HaOsek B'Torah Kadosh Baruch Hu Osa Lo Chafatzav. Everyone who is who's Osek B'Torah, Kadosh Baruch Hu does his chafatzim, and so we just desire Geula. So hopefully in the Mirz Hashem, in the schus of the Torah that we're learning, see the Geula be'ofen achishana. Zok the Gemara Amar Rava. Rava says Amar Rav Schaira. In the name of Rav Schaira, Amar Rav Huna. My dichsev hon mehevel imat v'koyvetz al yad yirbeh. Gevaldig. So this is a pasuk, Rabosai, in Mishlei. We love Mishlei. Oh, Rabbi Harry, it's good to see you with the name and not as like the other name. It's always good.
Shlomo knows what the other name is. I keep forgetting.
The other name is also Gavaldig. Was
Dennis,
like,
Dennis Mercier.
It's good to see Rabbi Harry's coming in from New York. We got Schliggs from Eretz Israel. I'm here in LA. And so we're Yeshivas Geulas Shaul is conquering the likely not globe Earth. Right, but we're still alive in Shver on the Sug. All right, Zog the Gemara. What does this pasuk mean? When it says Hon mehevel yimat v'kovetz al yad yarbeh. So Hon is like fortune, from nothing will be decreased. V'kovetz al yad yarbeh. And someone who's collecting with his hands will if Scotty was here, we can get the Christian translation. But maybe we could get the English translation, the Jewish English translation on Art Scroll or on Safaria. Shteigin, do you want to get us the exact translation of the pasuk?
Which pasuk is it?
Yeah. Mishlei.
What pasuk is it?
Yud Gimel Yud Aleph.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me even?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Barely, but a little. I heard that question. So he says like this. Im osa adam toraso chavilos. So if a person makes his Torah chavilos, which is like a chavila is like a package. It makes a package. Mismayit. It will be like lessened, decreased if you make it like a little here, a little there, maybe. V'im kovetz al yad yirbeh. But if he collects it with his hand, it will become multitudinous. So it's very strange because like a person gets a chance to learn a little here, a little there. Oh, we got the pasuk from David pulling it up. So where is it? Hon mehevel. You want to read it in English?
Oh, welcome. Hon mehevel.
Yeah.
Is wealth gotten yimat v'kovetz al yad yirbeh. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he who gathers by hand will increase.
Okay, so they're saying hevel is like vanity. Nice. Chabad.org.
Trying to make it happen.
Let's do it. So we're saying hon me hevel from nothingness or from vanity, right? Hevel havalim. Okay, translation. Where do they get hevel? So where do they get chavilot? So we know that hay, really hay is not like is like hay and het. Het is not cha, it's really right? So interchangeable sometimes for darshan, for drashas. So it says hevel, so they say, oh, you make your Torah chavilos, right? Like you make your Torah like piecemeal, and it's not like an all-encompassing aspect of a person's life, but it's just like, oh, maybe that's what it means. We have to see Rashi. Amar Rava. Before that, we can see more Gemara. Rava says, Yadi Rabbanan Laha Milsa. Oh, Ziggity Zalman in the Higgity house. Ziggity Ari Zalman. Oh shoot, where am I? There. Ziggity Zalman. When he connects to audio, then we'll tell him Shalom Aleichem. So the rabbis knew this idea, the Avri Allah, and sometimes they were over on it. By the way, welcome to Ziggity Ari Zalman. It's a big schus to have you with us. If you want to turn on your camera, it's okay. If you don't want to, it's also okay. Amar of Nachman Bar Yitzchak, Ana Avidasa V'Kayim Biyadi. So Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak, Shleig's favorite Amira, he says that I did it and it worked for me. Okay, now let's see Rashi. So Rashi says, but it says chavilos. When you make the Torah chavilos, it says the gar is harbe. He learns a lot. Yachad eno yachol harbe yachad. He learns a lot at one time. Eno yachol lachzor alav pa'amim ravos umeshachach. What does it mean chavilos? Chavilos, he doesn't do chazah, says Rashi. Right? He's just like, oh, like let me learn more Torah, this Torah, that Torah, this Torah, that Torah. But he never reviews his Torah, so it's going to decrease. You know, the importance of chazah is a big idea in Yeshivas Geulas. We love chazah. And so, but it says kovetz, right? So it says al yad. Rashi says me'at. What does that mean? Al yad kovetz al yad yarbe. So if you collect it a little bit by little bit, but like you go over it, so then it will be increased. And Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak actually attests to the veracity of this Talmudic statement. Ziggity Zalman, how was your Shabbos? How was your week going? There's a Hagos Vatziyunim that has a handwritten Rashi, right? And it says that the gar is ma'at. He learns a little bit, right? And then he goes and he does chazara and he learns a little bit more. Okay, see the importance of chazara. Amar Rav Shizvi. Rav Shizvi says, Mishmei de Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. In the name of Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. My dichsiv, what's pshat in pasuk when it says, Lo yichruch Remiyah Tzido Lo Yichye. Wait, hold on. What's the pasuk? Is this a pasuk in Mishlei again? It says, you want to look this one up also, Yud Beis. Lo Yacharoch Remiyah Tzido V'hon Adam Yakar Charutz. So Yacharoch, I think it means like to burn. Lo Yacharoch Remiyah Tzido, like a worm on your side. The hone, so it also mentions hone, and the wealth of a person, yakar charutz, is precious and valuable and urgent or important. It is chapter 12, verse 27. But before we get to the translation, let's see what the Gemara says about it. So it says, Lo yachruch ramiyat seido. So it's the beginning of the pasuk that a worm will burn your side. Lo yichyev lo yarich yamim tzayid haramai. So tzayid, someone who captures. Now the word tzayid was used by Esav and by Nimrod to talk about lies and propaganda. So it says Tzayid, the guy who lies, right? So for Rav Sheshes Amar, Rav Sheshes said Tzayid Haramai Yacharoch, the capturer who is dishonest will be burned, maybe. Ki Asar Rav Dimi. So when Rav Dimi came from Babylon to Eretz Yisrael, shout out to Ari Lesser, by the way, who just made a move in chess against me.
Ooh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it just popped up. He's name, yo, this guy's ranking is like 500 points higher than mine.
Nice,
So I'm
good.
just trying to
Nice.
get to the end game. But
He's good at chess. That's awesome.
yeah, he's a high ranking, better than Doron, who's the best in our yeshiva. You know, so I don't know if I stand a chance, but you know, it's Hashem. You know, maybe just want to get a draw even. All right, so Yacharoch. Wait, so it says Ki Asar Rav Dimi says mashal to Adam Shitzad Siparin. It's a mashal to a person who catches birds. Im mishaber knafeh shel rishona. If he breaks the wings of just the first one, kula miskaimos biyado. No one else is going to try to escape. V'im lav ein miskaimos biyado. But if he doesn't break the wings of the first ones, then the rest of them are going to escape. I don't know. This is for Schligs to know, the farm boy.
What's the case?
Who might have raised birds.
What is the case?
The case is that I know the mushal. The mushal is someone who catches birds, breaks the wings of the first one, and then the rest of them are not going to try to escape or something. But if he doesn't break the wings and the first one's always trying to escape, then every other one that you put in is going to try to escape. But if the first bird doesn't try to escape, then none of them are going to try to escape.
Very interesting.
So it says like this, right? Yachroch is no trikon yichye v'yaroch. Oh, that's the diok. Because it says, Rav Shizvi says, lo yacharoch remia tzido. Lo yichye. So what does it mean? Lo yacharoch remia tzido? So remia is like ramai and tzayid is like tzayid. So the person is not going to live and not going to extend his life if he is not an honest person. Okay, tzayid ramai. So what is tzayid ramai? The capture, the deceptor. Shemirame anashim. He tricks people. La'aros kama ani chacham. He says, "Oh, look how smart I am." Lahamid girsayos harbe. He's like, look at all this Torah that I learned, right? The guy's like, oh, I finished Shaz, right? But he'll forget it because he didn't do Chazara, this guy. Umikatzer Yamav, and he shortens his day. Dichsiv, because that is the light, that is your life and the length of your days. Rav Sheshes Amar Tzayid Aramai Hu Yecharach. So he's using Yecharach as a different lashon. He's saying lashon ichruche ichruch. Ichrich. It'll be burned. Kilaimar, says Rashi. Whenever Rashi says Kilaimar, you know that like he's learning not like the push-up shot. Because then he wouldn't need to say Kilaimar. Kilaimar. My Rebbe Wilson used to always say Kilaimar. Yesh lo opos lachroch. You have chickens that you could heat up for lechol and eat. Kach mishen lomed v'gores ma'at. Someone who learns a little, v'chozer alav, and does chazah on it, pam harbe, a lot of chazah, ad yeshiga repeat until it's like, until it's like quick in his mouth, you know? Ad yeshiga repeat, v'acher kach chozer, v'lomed talmudo, and he goes and he learns it again. So there, this Talmud is going to be kept in his head. V'kara it mui mitama kilo yaroch mishit tzido remia. So he's saying like this, like it's like saying like lo yechroch remia tzido. Like someone who does a lot of chazar is not going to acquire the Torah. And then he says, well, what's a mashal? So the mashal is you break the wings. Why is breaking the wings dome to chazah? Why is breaking wings a mashal for chazah, for reviewing Talmud? Right? What's the shot?
I have a two-step potential.
I can barely hear the Schligmeister over here.
I said I have a two-step potential.
Two-step potential, yeah?
Because like
He's
you're
on
supposed
speaker, bro. It's just
maybe it's my mic or something.
Oh, nice. Yo, David, coming in clutch.
Nice.
All right, what were you saying?
I was
Yo,
saying
now we
that
can hear.
okay. I was saying that I have a two-step potential, which is that we're supposed to toil in Torah, right? Like a person's supposed to toil in Torah. I don't know the makor of that pasuk, where we learn that from, that those who toil in it, right? But
Okay,
the toil is like maybe like the illusion that it's making like you're toiling, so you're breaking the bird's wings, by toiling first, and then you do chazara, like it strengthens the.
You're saying good. You're saying good. Say better.
Bleiben.
I'll say better. But you're saying good. But I wanna just say it a little differently than you, which is that people like love to fly, right? Fly through. You're like fly through a gemara. You have to fly through 10 daf, right? Like just like go, 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 go. But breaking the wing is like you gotta stay and you gotta sit in Shteigin harava on a daf, right? And that's the way to keep the Torah. Is if you say I'm not gonna fly, right? I'm not gonna fly to the next thing immediately. I'm gonna make sure that I got this and do chazah and do chazah.
So if you don't learn it right the first time, then every other time is going to be wrong. Like
Right,
following.
right. So like you get it, like let's see, a person gets it like 90% the first time, they just chazah, he gets 92%. Like he's always getting better, and that I think is the shot in the breaking the wings. Simon Levine, Shalom Aleichem. Thank you for joining us. It's a big honor. So we are in Avodah Zarah, Yud Tes Amud Beis. We're just saying, you want to read that pasuk in English? Just
This is Lo Yachrach.
Lo Yichrach, yeah.
He will not roast his prey of the sea.
Oh, so it is talking about burning and not roast his prey of the sea. Perfect. Okay. Prey of the sea, right? And we said that someone who's deceptive, he's like, oh, look how big of a Talmid Chacham I am. Look how many Masechtas I learned. But the Yid never did Chazah and he doesn't know anything, Okay, so Gemara sagt weiter. V'haya ke'etz shatu al pal gemayim. V'haya ke'etz shatu al pal gemayim. So this is a pasuk in. Anyone know? V'haya ke'etz shatu al pal gemayim.
It's Tehillim. That's 119. That's 119. Tehillim 119. It's Tehillim 119. I don't know, 77, something like that.
113.
103.
You got it on the hill now. So Zak the pasuk. It's good as the V'haya ke'etz shatu al pal gemayim. It was like a tree planted on springs of water. Asher pirio yitim be'ito gives its fruit at its time. Ve'aleu lo yibol, and its leaves never get worn out. V'chol asher yaseh, v'chol asher yaseh, asher yaseh yatzliach. Right. So everything he does, it will be successful in. So Amar debei Rav Yanai. So the house of Rav Yanai says Azoi. Ke'etz shazul v'lo ke'etz natua. A tree planted, right? We got two yids in the background that are using the background of plants, right? We got my dad and we got Shteigin that have plants in the background. They knew, they felt intuitively that we're going to talk about trees. But it says shatua b'gemayim and not natua. So these are, I would translate both of these things as planted. So we got to see, what's exactly the nafkamina over here between shasu and not like an eitz natua. Kol alome dor mirav echad. Whoa. Kol Alomed Torah mi Rav Echad Eino Roa Siman Bracha La'olam. You only got one Rebbe, never gonna see Siman Bracha.
Wow,
Yeah, right.
that's crazy.
So I guess Natua is like more of like a planted, and Shatul is like, I mean, what is this tree like getting up and going to different Rebbe's? You know, I think Shasul is like a more like is less stationary than Natua, even though like, right? Eno Roa Siman Bracha La'olam. Amar Lahu Rav Chisda. Rav Chisda says to him, to the rabbis, to the Rabbanan, Be'ina Be'ema Lechu Milsa. I want to say you something. Umistafina, but I'm not sure. The Shavkizuli. Maybe you're gonna leave me as Liso, and you're gonna leave me and run away. Oh, so Rav Chisda was giving a shir, right? And he's like, listen, I want to tell you guys something. I'm afraid you guys are gonna run away from me. You know? If you only learn Torah from one rabbi, ain't a roa sim bracha la'olam. If you only learn Torah from one rabbi, you're not gonna see a sign of blessings ever. Shavku ve'azul kamei derava. So they bounced. They're like, yup, see ya. They're like piggity peas. And they went to go learn from Rava. Went in front of Rava. Amalahu. Yeah, it's crazy. Amalahu Hanim. That's why it's good that everyone here, has many different rabbis. And, we learn from everyone. We learn from different places, from different things. At the end of the day, take anyone's word for it. You gotta have a raya. And everyone has like different sources where they learn from, and that's what makes every person individual, right? I have many different rabbis that I've learned from in my days, many different teachers. I've been privileged to have, and I know that y'all have also. And it's a schus that I get to be one of them, even for like a little bit. There's Liso, Polo, Metor, never see bracha. So they're like, yo, you're right. I'm out of here. And they all left him and went to go learn by Rava. Amalahu, Hani Mile Svara. Aval Gemara Mirav Adif, Mirav Echad Adif. He says, yeah, you want to hear a lot of different svaras? Want to hear a lot of different svaras from a lot of different people? That's the way to go. But Gemara, better just to have one Rav. That's what Rava told them after they ran away from Rav Chisda. Kihechi Delo Liflug Lishni. That it doesn't get like confusing for you, So what does it say when it means Gemara? Does it mean Gemara? Or does it mean like, I don't know, we have to see what Rashi says here. But those are the words of the Gemara. So now it says Shasul. So it says Shasul says Ne'ekar Mikan B'chozer V'nishdal Magom Acher. Amazing. Remember we were saying, how could you say difference? This is planted, that's planted. But one, it's Shasul, it's planted by water source, an Ein Torah Elamayim, right? It's planted on a water source. Well, we're saying that this tree is better than the tree that's planted that is like stationary. What do you mean? Was this tree dancing? So the answer is that no. Shasul means it was dug up from its place and it was replanted by this other place. So we see that it has at least two sources of water in its life. Natua is as Me'ikar from the beginning, Velo Zaz Misham La'olam. It never moved from there. Kelaimar. That is to say, Ke'ed Shasul Yazet Almid as Atzmo, Lelech Velilmod Mikol Adam. A person should go and learn from everyone. Velo Ke'ed Natua, Mihishtakea Lifnei Rav Echad. Not like someone who's like stuck, only learning from one guy his whole life. So he says, yeah. They said so Rav Chisda said this to his Talmidim, and they're all like, peace,
We're out of here.
They're like, see ya.
Finding somebody else.
Right, exactly. They're like, oh, great idea, Rav Chisda, we'll leave. Little they know they were still listening to Rav Chisda when they were going to learn to the guy, right? But so Rav Chisda, so Rava came and said that no, it's only talking about Svara. Is limod charifus b'chidud halev la'achar shalamad b'shigur b'viv girs d'amad. That's after you already learned like what state Gemara, right? You have Rav Echad to learn Vas state. But then to analyze, once you already know, once you can already say a svara and you know how to sift out vas state from vas not state, then you can go with those skills that you learned from that one rabbi who taught you how to know pshat, how to know emes, how to, right? And you can take from, and then you can go to, you can uproot yourself and go learn from a lot of different people, but with keeping that original girsa, that original knowing what's pshat, what's state. It says, why is it better to learn Gemara originally from one person? He says, the little live lishni. Because remember, this is back in times that it was really Shabbat Peh. And so you got one guy who tells you, like, what does the Torah say? Right? But then once you know what it says, okay, so like analysis, you can go to like secondary school. The high garis shmaita, the high lishna, the high garis shmaita, the lishna achrina, they teach it in different words. Torah Shabbat Peh is an oral Torah. But it's one thing. Umiyu, tell me the guards meet their value lishni, but if you learn from both of the things, Mishtabe is gears to say he's not going to be able to learn it by heart. You shouldn't have about lishni because it would confuse him. Al Palgemayim, Amar of Tanchum, Bar Chaniloi. So it's on like Palgemayim, it's on the water, it's on the springs of water. So the Olam Yeshalish Adam Shenosav. A person should always Yeshalish. He should split his Shteigin into three. Shlish b'mikra. So a third in Torah Shebichsav, or in right like Parsha and Navi. Shlish b'mishnah. A third in the Mishnah. Shlish b'Talmud. And a third in Gemara. Miyad inish kama chaye ki amrina biyoma. Who knows how much biyomi? How much is the person going to learn? So it says biyomi. So Rashi says biyomi. He says beis yamim mikra, beis yamim mish. Oh, it's talking about his week. 2 days on Torah, 2 days on Mishnah, right? 2 days on Gemara, and that's what it should do all week long. So that is an interesting zach. I mean, I've heard it before that a person should be mishalesh his learning, right? You should split it into three. I mean, we just learned last time we learned that a person is not going to learn unless he is learning what he likes, right? It's a place that his heart wants. So yeah, it's a place where your heart wants, but you gotta find the place where your heart wants in Mishnah, in Gemara, and in Mikra. So now wait a second, Mishnah and Gemara is kind of like, are they two? What's the difference? Like Mishnah is like the Mishnah. So a person has to spend time only learning Mishnah. Who can learn Mishnah without Gemara? Who can learn Gemara without Mishnah? And who can learn Gemara without learning pasukim also? We've already seen a few pasukim today, right? Zak Teisvis. Yishalish Adam Shnosav, right? And then it says El Yomi. When it's saying this, those are a little bit different gears up. It says El Yomi. And Rashi says Biyomi. Right? Those is El Yomi. Here's a kuntaras. So Toz is already cholik on Rashi. He's saying, wait, not already, but he's saying, Beis Yavim Mikra, Beis Yavim Mishnah, Beis Yavim Talmud. The Lashon Yomi Dachku Lefarishkin. So the fact that it said daily, right? Is implying 2 days this, 2 days that, 2 days that. That's why he was forced to say this way. There's Miu, however, Achazi Igal Ikshuye. But you can still ask the question, Miyada Kamachai. Who knows how much a person is going to learn, right? You're going to 10 minutes left, right? A person's going to be Shteigin, right? And he's going to say, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be Shteigin, and I'm going to do 2 days of Mikra. And then, like, he dies. Then he didn't split his time judiciously on that last week of his life. God forbid, right? So, look, the chenira, the yomi b'koyom. So Tosfos is no, every day you got to split up your Shteigin. Lekach tignu psuke atamid, and that's why they put the pasukim of the Tamid and the Mishnahs Ezu Mekoman and the Bryce of Rabbi Yishmael. That's why it's in the beginning of Tefillah that we
Wow.
learn all those three things. It's a good one, right? Shlig says all
Yeah.
this stuff every day. Very sharp davener. Venira the Rabbeinu Tam. It seems to Rabbeinu Tam. The Anu should always give me Talmud Bavli that we're learning Gemara. We're learning Babylonian Talmud. Dayenu, it's enough. You don't need anything else. It's enough to just learn Gemara. Ki hu balul b'mikra b'mishnah u'b'talmud, because it has all three.
That's what he said.
Talmud Bavli is balul. It's mixed up with all three. It's enough. Like it says in Sanhedrin, Bavel balula b'mikra balula b'mishnah balula b'talmud. Gewaldige Teisvis. Gewaldige Teisvis. Was there another Teisvis? So there was another Teisvis. There was another Teisvis that we could see. So this is going to be the end of the Gemara. Tomorrow, Amir Hashem, we'll see more Gemara. I just wanted to see that Tosfos. Somebody told me to see that Tosfos. I wanted to see more Gemara because Rashi was shver. That's why. Because Rashi was shver. Like, what, you spend a whole day learning Torah, learning part ways, and a whole day learning Tzefania. I mean, no offense to Tzefania, but tomorrow, Amir Hashem, we might even get down to the Mishnah. Hopefully, by the end of the week, we will get down to the Mishnah, and we're a few daf away from finishing the parak. Kadosh Baruch Hu should make us zeicher. We have one more taste, or two more tastes, depending on time. We started today, Amar Rava, Amar Rav Schora, right? What does it say? This verse of Hon Mehevel. And we said, oh, it's Mehevel, you can't make your Torah, right? You can't make your Torah chavilas. You can't just learn and then leave it, just like a bunch of like packages of Torah dispersed, but the guy never actually comes back to do chazah. So he says, Amar Rav Schora. Mashma Shirav Schora Rabo Muvak Haya. Shari Bekam Mikos Matzinu. Shamar Harbe Dvar Mishmo. Rava always says things in the name of Rav Schora. Right? So saying a lot of things in the name of Rav Schora. In a lot of places down there, right? Veha the Amar Sof Elu Mitzias. And that what it says at the end of Mitzias. Avilu lo Eir Einov Ella b'Mishnah Achas. So, like, who's a Rav Muvak, even if you only lightened your eyes, only illuminated for you one Mishnah, Umabarish Rava, and Rava says, to go in Rav Schora, to Asveralo, the Zuama Listeron. So, like Rav Safra explained to me this one idea. Hazam is the Garsi Rabba, is the Garsi Rava, means Machlokas, if it's Rabba with a Hey or Rava with an Aleph. Here's what he's saying. He's not saying that's the only thing he learned. He's saying that even if this was the only thing that I learned from him, it's not even such an innovation. I would have to do kriya. I'd have to tear my clothing if, God forbid, he passed away. One more taste this, since we got time. There's Ana Avidita, right? So that's when we learned from Nachum Bar Yitzchak. Says, I did it. And it was Gewaldig. I did Chazah. And now I am Rav Nachum Bar Yitzchak over here. Or Rav Dimi, rather. Wait, no. Ana Avidita. Where is that? Ana Avidita. It was Rav Nachum Bar Yitzchak, right? I did the Chazah, right? So Ana Avidita. He says, B'dalid. Perish Asisia. I did it, right? Uma shelo amar kayam te shein lashon kiyum, right? It says ani avidate, and it's mis and avidate v'kayim biyadei. But he didn't say ani kiyamti oto. He says I did it. He didn't say I fulfilled it, because lashon kiyum wouldn't make sense here. Ein lashon kiyum shayach el b'davar mitzvah. Because really going mekayim a mitzvah. I have a friend who stole a Christmas tree. I asked him if he was mekayim. He's like, what? Ela b'davar mitzvah. Ki ahi tisof b'mamaligin, like it ended b'mamaligin gabe asartem aravtem, right? Idliku as aner. Did you do meiser? Did you do erev tavshilin? Did you light the candle? So you say to your wife, erev Shabbos. The ka amar the tzarich limimrinhu nichusa, and it says that you have to say it in nachas. You know, erev Shabbos, things are crazy in the house. Well, sometimes you gotta say to your wife, "Listen, honey, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this?" That the wife will accept it, right? The ka amar ana, and ana lo shmaita lo shamana. I didn't hear v'kayam te misfara. I didn't even hear you're supposed to do it silently, but I was mekayim it anyways from Svara, knowing that's how you talk to humans. V'yesh gorsim avirte. So there are people who say not ana avidete, ana avirte, that I passed on it. Beresh, below nehira, but that doesn't stem. It's not an elusive, illuminated way to say. The imkain, because that was so. But what it's coming to say, like how great it is to not do divrei chachamim. So it's got to be a dalid. I did this what they said, what they told me, and it all worked out. We should be zochet to fulfill the divrei chachamim and fulfill and learn Torah, and the Kadosh Baruch Hu should do the chevet, and all of the things that we want to happen should be ola biyadenu. We should have atzlacha, and we should be zaychet to see binyan bayis shlishi b'meher b'yameinu.
Oh my.
Amen. All right, Rabbi, I will hopefully see y'all to Migidi tomorrow, and we're gonna go weiter, Shteigin that pasuk, right? Asher pirio yitain beito, right? We're talking about the fruit, talking about the Talmud, who learns Torah from a bunch of sources, and right, learns this how to right. Yadu Chaza. That's the takeaway. My ukulele is in its pouch, so I would just say you should be zaychet to do Chaza and learn much more Torah. And the Kadosh Baruch Hu should do our chayfetzim and should be chilling.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen, bros. Peace and love, guys.
Stay
Talk to you
strong.
soon. Bye bye.